species.
African Canadians are hosting a big event starting Friday in Charlottetown. It's called the Global Mental Wellbeing and Substance Misuse Conference, and the theme this year is heat, health, and habits. It's looking to dive into how environmental changes are connected with mental health and addictions. Henry Luyombya is the conference co-chair, and he stopped by the studio earlier this week to talk about the event.
It's a problem because, one, post-COVID, people haven't recovered well. And that is kind of related to substance use or misuse. And then people coping. People don't have the necessary strategies to cope. And we believe that climate change, mental health, and substance use, when combined, we can talk about things that really, really matter in our communities. And that's why this dialogue is timely.
That was my next question, Henry. Tell me about this year's theme. Why did you pick that this year?
Heat, health, and habits, shaping the future in a changing climate is our theme. And why it is important today is because, one, climate anxiety is causing a lot of havoc. We're beginning to see people stressed at school, at work, in places of worship, and the like. And we thought that combining these in a world that is changing climately and environmentally, that we can be able to discuss with the professionals, with climate change activists, and policymakers to see what has worked in the past, what are currently people doing, how can we get solutions for tomorrow.
Now, this is the third year for this conference. What has it been like in the past couple of years?
The first one in 2023 was looking at rest, recovery, and resilience during and beyond pandemics. We are coming out of what we all know, and we wanted people to share some of the strategies that supported them to go through the situation. Last year in 2024, we now looked at embracing wellness, balancing minds, again looking at how can we take care of ourselves. In this year, heat, health, and habits, we're also looking at an element of healing. That's why we have different people from different multidisciplinary fields talking about these issues.
So heat, health, and habits, what kinds of discussions are going to be happening?
We have keynote speeches. We have the Honorable, His Excellency Ambassador Alan Kajik, the Ambassador of Uganda to Canada. We have the Minister of Health, Mark McLean, Honorable Mark McLean. We have the Mayor of Charlottetown. We have so many people. These are now policymakers, but we have grassroots organizations whereby people are talking in panels what is working. There is a panel on climate action and mental health. These, I believe, are going to be supporting people to come up with innovative and collaborative ideas to tackle these issues.
And it must be so important, too, to have people at the grassroots level and also, the politicians and people in government.
The grassroots is where everything happens. Mm-hmm. And in communities and families, and of course across countries, mental health is impacted. So we have people from Peers Alliance, a local nonprofit, where I also work. We also have PEI, Alliance for Mental Wellbeing. We have speakers from the Immigrant and Refugee Services Association. We have Coalition of Women in Leadership. All these, we believe that when we get together, we're going to find out things that are working in communities and in grassroots and see how we can advance innovative solutions for mental health.
So what's the goal here? What do you hope people take away from this conference?
The takeaway is very simple, that mental health affects you and I. That one, if we don't dialogue and we sit in silence, it's going to have an impact. The first thing that one has to recognize that mental health is not on our face. It is hidden. It is internal. If people can recognize through the healing, we have healing circles at the conference, we believe that these conversations on issues that sometimes are not at the forefront, they will provide innovative solutions. And PEI is leading that to the global scale.
And this runs until Sunday, is that right?
Sunday, that's correct, whereby after the main conference discussions and panels and keynotes, then we'll have a chance also to sightsee, tour the beautiful island. Many are coming from out of the province. It gives us also time to do what we call stress management. When people visit the beaches or go to the Confederation's Bridge, there's a way it changes mood, and that is part of healing.
Henry, this sounds like such an important event. Thank you so much for taking the time to tell me about it today.
Thank you very much for having me, and for the viewers, I'm encouraging you to register globalmws.org. It's free, and we hope we can meet each other next time, 4, 5, 6 months from now, and then to ask, what did you learn at that conference, and how are you applying it? Thank you again.